What's up, sarsaparillas? You go Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, guys. It's time for another Love Island review. But before I get into the video, I'm just going to ask you guys to give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Guys, I am sweating, but it's okay. I will live. But anyways, guys, tonight was movie night. And there's so many things to unpack in movie night. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to try to do my best here. Bear in mind, there's a lot of things that I might leave out, but let's have it out in the comments, honeys. Let's tumble, rumble, and talk all about it down below, okay? Anything I've missed, anything you want to talk about, because I'm sure I've definitely seen it. I might just not gotten around to actually mention it in the video, or I might have forgotten to mention it. So anyways, let's move on. So before I get into movie night, let's talk about the pre-movie night shenanigans. I like Helena. There's no secret to it. I like Helena, right? And I feel like when Helena have a conversation sometimes, especially quite lately with Meg about how she feels Dejon is behaving, I feel like she's being honest. She told Meg, listen, I feel like he's trying to come across good. He's trying to come across decent, nice. And I feel like he's taking the piss because he's getting to know other people and he should have been closed off and he's not being honest. I feel like what she says to Meg, I think that's how she feels. I feel like when she talks to Harry and a conversation that she had and she said, listen, I feel like Dejon's playing a game. I feel like they're not really communicating that much. I feel like they're just in it for the win. Well, she didn't say she said mostly Dejon, right? I feel like that's how she feels. However, when she's talking to Dejon, and Dejon is saying how, he doesn't understand why Meg is upset with him because he's trying to be exclusive. Do not condone Dejon's behavior, Helena, because that's what you just did. You're laughing about it. You're siding with him when you know damn right that that boy is wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? You know that he is wrong. At the end of the day, you should have pulled him up on it in that sitting, but instead you laughed about it and made it look like Meg was the problem. Meg was not the problem. Then you're gonna say, well, you can't be right in a situation, and then you're gonna say how you're sleeping on the day bed at the same time she's sleeping in a bed with a guy. Come on, that's your friend. That's your friend. Do not condone Dejon's behavior. You see what I'm saying? So for me, guys, I'm so sorry, I'm literally sweating. For me, I thought to myself, nah, I'm not with that. And Dejon's there laughing. And look what he did. As soon as he got into bed with Meg, he threw Helena under the bus. Why? Because Dejon wants to get out of a pickle. And in order to get out of the pickle, he tried to put somebody else in that pickle. We see how he does it all the time. He does it all the time. He even did it in movie night when they were arguing and Harry said, should we step in? And he went, nah. It'll take them off us. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what he does. Do you know what I'm saying? So him throwing Helena under the bus is only for him to not feel the heat from Meg. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. And Helena, come on, girl. Do better. But anyways, also Shakira. Let's talk about Shakira because I could have sworn Tony said, Shakira, I don't want you to talk to Harrison. I don't want you to tell him how I feel. I don't want him to know how I feel. I don't want him to know that I was crying. And what Shakira gonna do? Before she mind her business, go tell him that she da cry. Tony da cry. How Tony upset. And my thing is, right, they keep saying to Lauren or around Lauren, he's saying this, Harrison is saying that. To be honest, I don't think what Harrison said was anything big because all he did was ask her if she missed him. He asked her if she missed him. It wasn't a big deal. If I'm going to be concerned about something with Harrison is his actions. Because I feel like what he said has no weight to it. However, how he's behaving, because he hasn't been flirting with her. He's been touching her side and all that kind of stuff. He's toying with Tony. He knows Tony has feelings. He does. And because he knows Tony has feelings, that boy is confused as a lark. He just wants to play games with Tony's feelings. Because he wants Tony to want him. He wants Tony to still have feelings for him. But then he wants to do what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, he's going to put Lauren and Tony right back in a situation where him and Helena and Tony was in. Do you see what I'm saying? That's where they're heading. This is where they're heading. So Harrison is playing games with Tony's feelings. And I think it's because he doesn't know what he wants. He does not know what he wants. But what I'm saying is, if everybody's going to talk about, it's what he's saying to Tony, tell the gal, if you're not going to tell Lauren what he must say, to Tony, then don't bring up the fact that he might bring something to Tony. Because why? Why are you going to keep saying it and nobody has anything to say? Don't waste my time, child. You know what I'm saying? And you know why they have nothing to say? Because Harrison didn't really say anything that bad. he didn't say anything that bad. It's more about his actions. And instead of them just say, listen, it's not even what he says, it's about his action. They keep saying, oh, but that's what he's telling her. He's not telling anything. He's not telling her anything. But his actions is showing that he wants to mess about with the girl's feelings. His actions is flirting with her. The stuff that he does is not what he says, it's stuff that he does. So if you're going to say something to Lauren, just tell her what it is. Don't keep telling her one thing and you're not going to tell her, because that's just going to mess with people's mind. And it's a waste of my freaking time. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, all right. So let's go on to movie night now. Movie night is too much. God, my Atina backside. So I feel like Dejon could have gotten so much worse. I feel like he got let off very easily, very lightly, because realistically, I feel like with Dejon's one, there was so much they could have shown. And you know what? The good thing about the Dejon ones, though, is that he got up to so much shit around other people that we got to see pieces. Yeah, Meg got to see pieces of the stuff that he would do in other people's dialogues and all that kind of stuff. So it was good. Do you know what I mean? It was good that we got those chances. But even though in the one that they put for him specifically, I felt like there could have been so much more. So much more. Yes, Meg was upset, but here's the thing. Meg's going right back. Meg's going right back to Dejon. This is just going to cause him a little bit of a tiff, but they're going right back. Right back. That's what they're going to do. Dejon reading off that little thing off his phone. He rehearsed that so much. Because he probably had about 2 times. He looked at the phone about 2 times. He rehearsed that so bloody much. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I can't take anything out of Dejon's mouth for facts. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? And him laughing about the whole situation, do you know what I mean? Made no sense. But I'm glad that they showed the bit about Billy Kiss bit, because at the end of the day, Billy Kiss needed to be set free, because he made it look like Billy Kiss was the one that wanted him, when he knew damn well he flirted with Billy Kiss and was leading Billy Kiss on. Do you see what I'm saying? He knows damn well. He knows damn well. Harry, let's talk about Harry, because Harry, I'm glad to Helena see Harry stuff, but my thing is Helena gonna do anything with the information that she got? Because Harry literally was taking the piss. Harry takes the piss. And I'm glad that she saw the bit where he said that to Shakira that I would have not done it if it was you, because I could get away with anything. And I'm glad they showed him the bit with Harrison where he's laughing and gallivanting and boasting about the fact that he got away with murder, basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that they showed her that. You know what I'm saying? But is she going to make use of it? I need her to make use of it, because at the end of the day, if Harry don't step up, she needs to leave that man alone. To be honest, at this point, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm glad that the rest of the people in the villa realize that Shakira isn't as innocent. And Shakira has been slagging off Helena. Don't get me wrong. I know they all talk about each other, but Shakira has been slagging off Helena. And I say to people all the time, people don't realize it. Shakira is a lovable person, yes. But Shakira, literally, she slags off Helena all the time. All the time. But she gets away with it. She gets away with it. She does. And I'm glad that somebody else got to see it. And to be honest with you, I know she wants to have a go with Meg about, saying that Meg, you acted like you was an angel. To be fair with you, let's be honest now. The Meg's comment wasn't as bad as Shakira's. Meg's comment was never as bad as Shakira's. But that was when they all just turned down on Helena that night. Do you know what I'm saying? So even then, because Meg's talked some shit. Meg ain't innocent. Meg has spoken some shit too. She really has. But Shakira's one has been worse to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Shakira has called that girl out of her name many times. Both her and Tony. And I'm glad that other people got to see it. I'm really glad that other people got to see it. Because even with the whole bikini situation. But then again, I don't understand why Helena... But I think Helena is just one of them people. Because I can't drink from somebody else's water bottle, and she drank from Dejon's water bottle. Dejon will kiss every single person. Now, you know what I'm saying? I could not. But Helena's too familiar. She's too familiar. You know what I'm saying? But Tony one just made me laugh most of the time. Because Tony is so open in a lot of stuff that she does, that even the stuff that she does behind people's back you don't really take much account of it. Why? Because she does so much shit in front of people, and you know that she probably would have done the stuff that she done behind somebody's back in front of them. So it's like, for you, it's just not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because Tony is more upfront. She's probably one of the most upfront housemaids in there, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But it was the fact that they showed her vulnerable side, because she always acts like tough, but they showed the vulnerable side with her and Harrison. And up for a minute there, I was looking at Lauren back and forth like it was a ping pong, because I'm like, this proper conversation that they're having, Harrison's asking what's her name, who, you know, who should couple up with. She had to time to couple up now, or, you know, do you actually how do you feel now? Right in front of like Lauren at the dinner, right in front of Lauren, like Lauren is not there. I was just like, Wagwan camp. Proper conversation about like they were about to now, you know, when you have two couples that had a massive fight and they're now about to make up and it's gonna be happily ever after when they're trying to get through their little problems in their therapy sessions. This is what almost happened there. I felt so awkward for Lauren. I really did. I was just like, what the hell? But you know what? Like, because he was saying, oh, I didn't know you felt like that. Like, and why did you not say that anything to me? I'm just like, what you want her for though? What you want her for though? Because at the end of the day, you know, she's given you so many chances. She said how she felt about the situation, and nothing's changed. But you know what? Cash handled that situation very maturely, because he was like, you know what? She never hid her feelings. I didn't know it was so deep. I didn't know she was that hurt, but she was open and honest with me. And I understand, because we've just had 3 days to you know, get to know each other like that. They've had like 3 weeks. He handled the situation so maturely. So maturely. And I like that. I really, really do like that. I feel like Tony, I think she does think Cash is a nice guy, and I think he's probably is her type. But even when she was sat around the pool and she was like saying to him, like, this is wherever I am with you is the perfect spot. And I was like, she's really flirting, but realistically, we know that it's Harrison. And even when she pulled Lauren for the chat and she's trying to make it look like she's done, I'm like, no, she's not done, because it's Harrison and she's going to go back. She's going to go back. She's literally going to go back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, wow. But anyways, I'm not going to lie. I feel like Helena let Meg down in this episode. And, you know, Dejon is going to use this as something to cause more problems between Helena and Meg when he wants to get out of things. Because you know how he basically said to Harry, let them argue when they were ganging up against Meg. Let them argue, because it will take the heat off us. But then, after they kept going on, he went, Helena's not standing up for Meg. You know what I'm saying? Now, it was just a minute ago when you said, let them do what they're doing, because it takes the heat off us. But I know he's going to throw Helena under the bus. And to be honest with you, even if he does throw Helena under the bus, I'm not even going to pick up for Helena, because she kind of deserves it. Because it was Meg, when everybody was saying stuff about Helena, right? In Helena's bit, Meg had her back. Meg had her back. But Helena just sat there watching, unbothered. And I'm just like, Helena, say something. Say something. Because Meg had her back. Meg stood up for her. Even after she heard what Helena had said, Meg still defended Helena. So Helena, why did you not defend Meg? I don't freaking get it. I don't get it. I felt like that was selfish. That was selfish, because they were all getting involved. And Helena didn't say nothing. She's there looking back and forth. Say something. Yes, Meg can probably fight her battles, but at the same time, they're all ganging up on her. When they were coming at you, Meg had your back. Meg had your back. Have her back. She should have done that. And I'm not going to lie, I was disappointed in that moment when I was watching that. I was very disappointed in that moment, because I'm just like, do something, man. Do something. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I didn't know what to where the drama was so many different places, because Tony and Emma, when Emma was just like, oh, something about that was just mean or something, and and Tony retaliated and said like, oh, you're the most meanest or something in this villa or whatever. I was just like, damn. I was like, damn. You see what I'm saying? The thing is, if you go up against Tony, you will hear everything because Tony will be very vocal. Tony will say whatever she wants to say. That's what I like about Tony. She will just say it. She will say it in front of you. She'll say it behind you. She'll say it loud enough for everyone to hear, including you. So that's why I kind of like Tony. Do you know what I'm saying? But she definitely shut Emma up in that, boy. She definitely shut Emma up in that bit. And I'm not going to lie. I feel like even Emma, this is what I don't want for Emma. I don't want Emma's personality to be, and her journey to be that she was Harry's ex. But she keeps riding that wave and that storyline. And the reason why I say this is because why are you going to ask Helena if Harry's made his famous breakfast thing? I can't remember what she said, waffles or what, I don't know what it was. And I'm just like, why? You know, you don't have to make your journey your journey. Make your journey your journey. And then she chimed in about the snake, and you know, if he can cheat on his girlfriend, then you can bring he can snake on this person, and he can treat that person and his friends or whatever. Now remember, Connor is probably there watching, taking notes. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like she needs to make this journey about her. Make this journey about you, baby girl. Leave the Harry situation alone. Just be quiet in the moment. Leave him alone. Let him do what he wants to do. It's none of your business. Let him do what he wants to do. You be there for you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What I will say, I love that Andrade sticked up for herself. Even Ben, I feel like, you know what? And I think this is why Andrade and Tony probably will get on. Right? Because even when they were trying to say that, do you feel like you played to come into the villa? I'm glad she shut that down right away, because don't get me wrong. Yes, she knew that was Ben was her ticket into the villa. But at the end of the day, she's there to get to know people. Why should she put all her eggs in one basket? Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm glad she shut that down. Dee could get to know everybody, and he was coupled up. She wasn't coupled up with anybody else. She just came to the villa. Why should she not experience and enjoy her journey? Like, it makes no sense. Do you know what I'm saying? They want to put on a restriction on her. She weren't even in a couple. She weren't even in a couple. Do you know what I'm saying? And Ben, I just know that it's going to kick off on Sunday night. It will. We'll kick off on Sunday night because Ben doesn't know how and when or where and how to behave. And don't get me wrong, I would be annoyed if I was Ben, if I felt like somebody was using me, because he felt it. See, Ben already felt it, but here's the thing. It's a good thing he brought Andrade in, because if he didn't bring Andrade over, he would have been dumped from the villa. So at the end of the day, they both basically gained from the situation. Do you know what I mean? They both gained from the situation. She liked Ben, but she liked Dejon more. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to go into a villa, especially a casa, and put all my eggs in one basket, because that's what Yasmin did. And what happened to Yasmin? Georgia turned around and decided he did not feel a connection. At the end of the day, if she had put her eggs in one basket, in Dejon's basket, she would have gone home just like the rest of them. Do you know what I'm saying? She would have gone home just like the rest of them. So at the end of the day, I don't know why they're coming at her for. And I'm glad that she stood her ground and stood up for herself, because rightly so. I'm glad that she did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really glad that she did that. Now, I want to see all the rest, because I feel like here's the thing. I feel like Moving Out was going good. How it ended, I feel like took off all the juiciness from the ones before, because it ended with the girls going back and forth. I don't want to see girls bickering. I don't. That is boring to me. It's boring to me. I feel like they took off from the big picture where the boys are starting to get away with the whole thing that they were going through. And now the girls are bickering against each other. We don't need this. We don't need this. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, Movie Night was spoiled by the ending. It was spoiled by the ending. I loved it up until the ending. Because I'm just like, focus here, ladies. Focus. Focus. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I need. I need focus. Do you know what I mean? I think they try to get the most exciting ones out of it, but I feel like there's so much to have. Do you know what I mean? There's so much to unravel. And I'm glad as well that they showed how much Harry was saying to Helena, because it also made Shakira and Nemlot and Tony see that, listen, it wasn't just Helena that was doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just her. He kept saying stuff. And I'm glad they showed the Harrison bit as well. And they realized that these boys were playing the field. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that they did that, because at the end of the day, they all was coming down at Helena as if Helena was the problem, when these men were just coming on thick and they were playing the field, you know what I'm saying, and they were telling her all these things. I'm glad that Tony got to see it, but here's the thing, even when Tony got to see it, Tony's still gonna fall right back into the arms of Harrison. They will, right back into the arms of God. I'm sweating, look on me, my sweat. She's gonna fall right back into the arms of Harrison because she likes him. And she is, you know what it is? You cannot switch off your feelings. You can't switch on and off your feelings. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things. And there's nothing we can do about it because she's going to go right back. She's going to go. Do you know what I want him to show as well? Ty. I don't want Ty to get out of the fact that he did not cool things off with Helena. I want him to show that little kid. I know there's not much clips to show with Ty, but I want them to show the clip where he was agreeing with Helena about the whole thing with Shakira, because he flipped the script to make it look like, you know, it was Helena that was bashing Shakira. And that he had cooled it off when that was not the case. So I actually want him to show that bit as well. His face, you can see his face though, when he saw all the stuff that Shakira was saying. Everyone was surprised when they saw the stuff that Shakira was saying. And it just compiled together. You realize how mucky it sounded and how mucky it seemed. Do you see what I'm saying? Because with Helena ones have not been that bad. Hers is just her, you know, laughing and joking and taking the shit that Harry keeps giving and just allowing it to pass and pass and pass without saying anything, laughing it off, making excuses for Harry. Because even tonight, she was still making excuses for Harry. Saying, oh, I didn't even see what he did. What? Girl, bye. Helena. But we see where she's addressing it with him in Sunday night video. So hopefully she gets somewhere. And I could tell that Harry, the look on his face, I think he feels a little bit crap. Because I think he realized how much he takes the piss. I think so. I feel like he felt a little bit crap watching that. Do you know what I'm saying? But the way, even Shakira was loving it. Shakira's eyes lit up. Do you see what I'm saying? Because Shakira wants Helen to feel pain. The same way she wanted Helen to be crying at Casa. Do you know what I'm saying? And I get it. I get it because at the end of the day, to her, Shakira is the up. Do you know what I mean? She stole my man away. She's the up. So at the end of the day, I get it. But I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. But I want to see what, because they haven't shown Yasmin yet, have they? They haven't shown Yasmin bit yet. They haven't shown a lot of the other boys and stuff. So I don't know. I think they showed some of the juiciest ones. I don't know how much juicier it can get. I don't think so. Because I don't think all the other personalities are like massive characters or have said anything really bad or that badly behind people's backs. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see that as such. So I guess we're probably seeing the more spiciest version, the spicier versions tonight, to be honest with you. But I think all hell will probably break loose for a little bit, but everyone's going to come back. You know how movie nights always end. They always come back and stuff. We see where Meg is crying and saying she's done. She's not really done. She's probably just full of emotions right now. You know what? I would be happy for Meg to just try to get to know Cash. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. But at the end of the day, I know she's going to go right back to D. Do you know what it is? Meg, Dejon, see all those things. Meg definitely feels like a mug. Because she's, especially when he said that part, like, it's nice to get to know somebody without Meg breathing down my neck. When that same comment was said by Tony and he literally disagreed with Tony, but then he said it himself. So I think it was just hard for Meg to see all of that because you watch him just playing the field, especially I'm glad to them say part with Billy Kiss body. I'm saying Billy Kiss body unreal, but yes, still come go on like you wouldn't did Billy Kiss inside or outside the villa. Whatever, Dejon, whatever. But you know what? He's going to do a lot of deflecting. He will, because you already see where he's doing it. And he's trying to shut down the conversations when anyone's asking a question. He's trying to shut it down. Here's the thing. Even the bit where Andrada said to him, do you think you want to rip my clothes off? I mean, I wish they'd shown the part where he said, don't ask me questions you already know the answers to. Because he was quick to say, I never responded. You did respond. And you basically said yes. Because you said, don't ask me questions you already know the answer to. Or you're asking questions you know the answer to. So why did Love Island not just play that bit. Should I play that bit too? You know what I'm saying? But guys, I don't know. Let's see how it all unfolds. Let's see. I think we might end up, because the other bits, like I said, are not as juicy, but we might end up getting, you know, some juicy bits in other people's sessions that's not, other people's clips that's not as exciting. I don't know. But I feel like with tonight, we've probably gotten the most dramatic part of it, or the most exciting part of it, to be honest with you. So I don't think Sundays will be as heated when it comes to the part of the, what's it called, the movie night. But and you know what Love Island's like, they show that bit with Meg crying and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm fully convinced that it's going to be anything explosive. Obviously we see where Dejon gets up and walk away, and she's asking him if he's walking away, but I don't know. Let's see. I think we'll have to wait and see. But guys, let me know what you think, what you thought of tonight's episode. Was it what you was expecting? Is it as juicy as you was expecting it to be? Were you disappointed? What? Comment down below. Any points that I've not mentioned, let's talk about it in the comments, because like I said, guys, there was so much going on and I'm just watching. I'm trying to pay attention. Do you know what it is? I like Andrada. And I like that Andrada spotted what was going on with Tony and Harrison, and how Harrison was playing it. And I like that she gave Lauren that little bit of warning to, like, you know, just don't trust anyone. Just try to get to know somebody else. Just, you know, don't focus too much on Harrison. Don't trust everything that he says. I like that. It's kind of like, and she, do you know what? And she didn't even say, she didn't lie or anything. She just said, when she asked her, she said, I don't know, I just feel like you shouldn't. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a case where she went and said, you know, Tony said this, or this person says that. It was like giving that heads up in a way where you're trying to have that person's back. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. I think that was quite nice. I like Andrada. I like that Andrada sticks up to herself. And I want to see how what Ben does, or what Ben says to piss her off in Sunday's episode. Because, you know, Ben does not like to know that he is being rejected. He cannot stand it. And when he feels like he's not priority, or I can do something dumb. We see where he apologized to Tony tonight, or he didn't stop nagging until she accepted his apology. And at the end of the day, you know, I feel like it's going to end up being another Yasmin and Ben situation, where he just starts to act immature, try to say stuff badly about Andrada. But I don't see Andrada as somebody who's going to take that shit, to be honest with you. So at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to seeing that conversation, because I know she's going to stand up for herself. Do you know what I mean? But yes, guys, it is what it is. I am done. If you've gotten to this part of the video and you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please go ahead, give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe. I didn't want this video to be long, but at the end of the day, honey, I just did not know how to compact it and not make the video as long as it is right now, because I feel like there were so many different things. But at the same time, there was things where I'm just like, yes, some spicy bit, but there was things I just feel like we went on about this too much. We went on, they went on and on about stuff that we could have left off. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the conversations away from the movie night. Some conversation just lingered on a little bit longer than I think that it should. Like I said, the girls arguing about the whole Megan situation. I don't want it to be about that. I don't want it to be about the girls arguing back and forth. I don't want it to be about that. So for me, that kind of ruined it for me towards the end. I just think we don't need the boys to get away with it. Are we gonna really have a girl fight when these boys have been acting like clowns? Really? We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in Sunday's review. Have a lovely weekend. Have fun. Go out, party, have the drinks up and all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely weekend. Peace out. Ah!